get opportunities like this. I don't get a crew like this. Everything that I've done pretty much is on my own. It's not going to be meaningful, impactful for my community. It's the only thing I care about. It's Baltimore. Seriously, it's the only thing I care about.
What do you feel like you want to bring back to Baltimore through this film?
Sense that we could do anything.
Fearless Colorado veteran Evan Gill is climbing Colorado's highest and toughest peaks. He is one of the few black climbers you'll see scaling mountains in Colorado or around the world.
Evan
He
Gill
took me and
hunted high
Fox
and low
31
for
photos
the
of
journey of
Jerry
Evan Gill.
Moore.
Earlier this year, Evan found Colorado. He had first after 2 years of anxiety. He started all trying. Evan told us he had researched.
A failure doesn't mean that you failed in life. Life is long. Learning from that failure and never doing that again. That's wisdom. A mountain doesn't lie. It'll tell you your weaknesses and deficiencies. I failed my first time. You got two options at that point. You gonna let that stop you? Or are you gonna get up and still do what you intended to do? Evan Gill is a dreamer. Evan Gill is a believer. That's really who I am. I want to be in control of my narrative. I look down at my feet all the time when I'm hiking. And I'm like, when's the next time I'm gonna be here? If I can't answer that question, I'm cherishing that moment more than ever. Where I'm from Baltimore. And especially as a young man, I mean, I didn't have anything. It's just life. I'm not blaming anyone for that. But I love the city, seriously. Things brewed up in my life and I felt like, especially after the Army, I could take my talents somewhere else. And those mountains were calling me for real. Climbing mountains helped me with letting go. A 14er is a peak that reaches over 14,000 feet. In the state of Colorado, there's 58 peaks that reach over 14,000 feet. When I said, hey, I'm gonna do all 58, that made it fun.
Gill credits his time in the military for building skills and emotional strength that would eventually carry him to the top of all 58 14,000-foot peaks in Colorado.
Number 34 down in the books. 35 down in the books. Number 36 and number 37 down in the books. You know, I'm finished. I'm supposed to feel something. I'm supposed to feel like I accomplished something that took this long, and I didn't feel nothing. I looked around. There's about 25 other people on the summit with me. I'm just looking around at faces that don't look like me. I'm looking around at mountains that I didn't climb. And I couldn't share that moment. I couldn't share that moment with nobody that looked like me.
An update to a story we brought you yesterday. We enjoyed sharing the journey of Evan Gill. Evan told us he had researched and couldn't find any stories about any African Americans climbing all 58 14ers in the state, so he wanted to be the first. Well, he can't be the first.
No one's been keeping record of black people that have accomplished 14ers. And I just want to do my part to preserve history. I made a video for pretty much all the 14ers that I did.
Okay. That's one thing I saw that you were doing that I envy. That's what you need to inspire other people. The spoken word is good, but to actually visualize what you're doing is really important.
So that to that point, that's why I started. You're looking up every single hike, and honestly, it's a personal non-color. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And so I just got fed up with that, and I was just like, I want to show, like, black people do this, did this. You know what I mean? And, like, solidify that.
Right. And I was telling Michael this. I saw one other black man on, he came up with us from Colorado Springs on one of our hikes. And other than that, I didn't see any.
I didn't see a single soul in my journey. Outdoor education is not accessible right now. No. These classes run, $1,000, $1,400, $300 here on top of the gear that you need. It's not accessible to the urban community.
Yeah, they're going to be the future stewards. And if you don't teach them young, by the time you catch a hold of them, maybe they don't care. And I shared it with my students because I was a phys ed teacher and I was coaching. And so I would always revert back to...
Why do you look like one, though? Like, if I had to guess his profession... With the whistle and the if I had to guess his profession, I mean, he looked like it.
Drop and give me 10. I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to still experience these wonderful mountains here. And then now to see some other people that know when you're on that trail, what you're talking about and what you have seen. And it's a beautiful thing. Right. It really is. So thanks for putting it together.
If you did it and you were a person of color, and especially back in the day, you deserve your name etched in history forever.
My mom still wonders how I'm married to a guy that does the things he does. She calls him a daredevil. I think sometimes he expects me to say, no, stay home with me. But I know mentally it helps pull him out of his mind, because he has PTSD. And I know for sure that when he gets outside, he's a totally different person. He's calm, he's grounded, he's happy. Yeah, I worry, but me knowing he has that sense of safety and security, I don't worry as much as I used to.
Nice to meet you. Hey, how?
I don't say no to anything. He say, babe, I want to go, climb Mount Everest. All right, I'll let you later. See you in a few months.
It's we're coming out here. The budget is right here. Yeah, so we'll be coming up this way, and then
part of it. Sometimes they say no, and sometimes we have to heed that, and it sucks because really everyone does want to do it, but we do also have to listen to the like red flags, that start to crop up. Because once there's one, it's so much easier for 2 more to crop up, 3 more to crop up.
That's the only move I got, so I mean it is what it is. So we're gonna send it, but just know I'm not gonna be. I'm just a kid from Baltimore. I don't get opportunities like this. I don't get a crew like this. Everything that I've done pretty much was on my own. I walked away from so much They want me to help out everybody else besides my own. I don't care.
What do you feel like you want to bring back to Baltimore through this film?
Sense that we could do anything.
Leaders call it a culture of violence.
After shooting, after
thousands dead.
We are now outpacing the homicide numbers compared
there
to
were 3
last year.
separate shootings yesterday in
It
Baltimore
is
City.
unclear what the motive was Friday night.
It has been a deadly week with more than 60
Lives
murders
cheer
in
with no signs of slowing down.
Those friends, those people that I've lost, they're not coming back. But this quote right here is the inspiration for our city. Honestly, I love the city. I love the people. I love the attitude. I love all of it. The only thing I hate is the crime, you know, the violence, the twitchiness. To thoroughly understand Baltimore, you need patience. Tomorrow's never promised, but as long as you have a breath, you have a chance.
Good morning, Baltimore. Now when you look outside your window, what is it that you see? Them blue lights got you losing freedom. And you think just cause you ain't wearing shackles, you free? Yeah,
Not everything in Baltimore is pretty. There is heartache, there's pain, there's trauma, but whatever we've been through, we still love this city.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning.
You watch the news, you see something, city never stops. City doesn't blink. It's a place with grit, it's a place with determination, it's a place with purity, it's a place with born natural talent. We have pride. And it may not look like a lot, but that's everything to us.
Once he says something he can do it, he do it. And he was like, yo, I'm about to move to Colorado. I'm thinking he joking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he joking. Like 2 weeks later, this boy was gone. And then next thing you know, he like, yo, I'm about to climb these mountains.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, this boy do anything, man. And he just make me feel like I could do anything.
But that's the culture that we live, right? Like, we grow up quick. Can you agree about that? In Baltimore, you grow up quick. You're exposed to a lot of things.
You got to.
I want to do the double duty and cleanup work, especially for the next generation, like kind of teach them the right way.
Yeah. It's real important to have a figure, like, well, you seeing somebody that looks like you doing that stuff. If you were younger now, like if you were a kid, having somebody like Evan to look up to, how do you think that would affect you coming up?
You show them a different way, you feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times kids get in trouble because they don't know what else to do. But a lot of people don't even know where to go at though. Yeah. That's the number one thing.
Well, that's
a lot of people ain't never left out the city.
Yeah.
Sure. They don't know they can drive a half an hour away and go hiking.
And find some dope spots.
A whole lot of spots. That's when I really fell in love with like trails and wanting to go hiking and wanting to see the different shit. And I didn't even know that was in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. It was right around the corner.
Yeah.
And we don't even know about it. So, yeah.
A legacy lives on through actions, not just words. If we think in a more selfless manner, we can inspire and make the next generation even better. We need to put more effort into the city. We need to put more effort into our youth. We need to put more effort into everything that we do, even ourselves. You better yourself, you're walking the walk. You're not just talking the talk. hiked in about 14 and a half miles. Made the call that the weather wasn't going to be good enough. And as we're hiking out, you know, weather is rolling in. We're getting some drops. With high exposure and some high winds like this, visibility low, temperatures dropping, storms rolling in. It's a lot of things stacked up against us, and had to make the call. I got a wife and 2 kids waiting for me at home, and she'll kill me if I die. So I died twice. Messing with her.
First off, I mean, what's up now?
This is where we're at right now. And we're gonna come up here.
Yeah, definitely, you know, very hard to hike in 15 miles and make that decision to turn around and right the next day and hike out another 15. This is a good pivot, so I'm definitely happy and stoked on this objective for sure. These steep switchbacks over the pass and glacier travel and some class 4, class 5.
My hope is that you get up there and you get to see the North Cascades and all of their glory, and you decide, like, I gotta come back and climb this one and that one and this one, because it's nonstop out here.
I failed my first time. You got 2 options at that point. You gonna let that stop you, or are you gonna get up and still do what you intended to do? The mountain never moves. It's the same mountain, but it's about what you bring to it. Western Maryland's got some stuff, but not to this magnitude. That's why I made it my mission, honestly, to bring people out that look like me and make them experience this. The energy of a young child is so pure. Yeah, so you heard that right. I did 58 14s, and as you can tell, I'm black. So, and I'm from Baltimore. Not many people do that, right?
So you did not use a rope when I played on that?
No. That was definitely just the beginning, you know? That's nothing. I want to be running year round. I want to have a ranch. I want to have a place that people could come and learn and be educated and exposed to things. I want gear to be accessible to my people. I don't want them to worry about anything besides getting away, escaping, and learning something different.
I can climb that closet. I'm gonna climb that wall.
That's all I want. And I'm not gonna stop until I get it, you know? That's real. That's real. That's the mentality I bring to the mountains. I'm not gonna stop. It's the same thing, like outreach and everything. I'm not gonna stop. Good luck stopping me. I just want other people to enjoy the same freedoms that I had. Expand their minds the same way that I had. So that we can see black people do that. We did that. Not just me, we did that. Shout out to April, my beautiful wife, my kids. Shout out to Justin, TJ. Shout out to Sergeant Workman, yo. Rest in peace. Everybody from back home. Shout out to Baltimore. How about that? Shout out to Baltimore. I'm just trying to put them on the map. Just never thought that I'll be here. Cut. We out.